Hi everybody, this is Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan. Welcome back to another plan with me. This week I am doing a memory plan of the week of March 16th. I just showed you kind of an overview of how it turned out. I love it. I'm using this kit by Crafts by Thaowie. It is gorgeous. It's called Serenity. It's really pretty. This was my first week of fully working from home and shelter in place and all of that. These are some stickers that I pulled out to use with it. I didn't know if you'd find it interesting to see them. I obviously used a lot more, but I just pulled out some basics. Anyways, this is my first week of working from home and all that in full, and the Serenity kit just felt right. It's very at home, but early spring, and yeah, just kind of cozy but springy feeling. Spoiler alert, not spoiler alert, but just FYI really. I just did an entire voice recording of voiceover of this whole spread. I talked all the way through it, and honestly I felt like it was pretty good, to be honest. Was it my last one? Either my last one or the one before that, I really didn't like the voiceover, how it turned out. But the one I just did, I was like, okay, I'm getting in the hang of it. That turned out well. I think I said everything I wanted to say. And then my voice recording app only recorded 2 minutes of it. So that was fun. But anyways, if I end up stumbling over my words, that generally happens when I have to do voiceovers or recordings twice. So that, just giving you a heads up. I'm going to try and be very aware of if it cuts me off again. Okay, so I have said in my last couple of Plan With Me's that I want to talk about the questions that I ask for on my Instagram. Sometimes I ask for topics or questions to talk through in my Plan With Me's, and I have some from February that I never answered. So the first one is from Live Creatively. She said, how do you edit your videos? I'd like to start posting on YouTube, but I don't know how to edit. I use iMovie. I think it comes standard with all Mac. I have a MacBook Air, but I think it comes standard with any Mac computer, Apple computer. It's really easy and very intuitive. You could probably find a ton of tutorials on YouTube or something, basic ones, but I don't even really think I needed it. Maybe 1 or 2 short ones. But for me, since I do this kind of voiceover style, what I do is I just film the whole thing. I import all the footage into iMovie, and then I drag all the clips down and I speed them up, generally 2 or 3 times the regular speed, and then I cut the audio off, and I edit out any major gaps. So generally I use 7 or 8 seconds as my kind of limit of if I notice a more than 7 or 8 second gap where I'm not putting down stickers or doing anything interesting, I will cut out that kind of chunk of time, or any more than 8 minutes or 8 seconds. And then as far as also if it's during if it's a Tuesday or Wednesday and I haven't done anything interesting, it's just laundry and meetings and whatever, I will cut that down to more than 5 or 6 seconds because I don't have a whole lot to talk about at that point. And if it's on the weekend where I'm doing a lot of interesting stuff and I have a lot to talk about, then I might let it be more than 8 seconds. So I'd say that's a quick synopsis of, in general, how I edit my videos. And then I do a voice recording over on my phone and upload that over top of it if it works. No, this is the first time it hasn't worked, honestly, so I don't know what's up with that. Okay, next question is from Anita, Queen of Downtown. She said, do you have any hobbies other than planning? Yes, I do. I really like skincare and beauty and stuff. I post about that on my Instagram as well. I would say that's probably my other main hobby. I also really enjoy cooking a lot. Yeah, and I would say when I have time I like to read, but I've had a lot of time recently and I still haven't picked up a book. So I'm kind of in a what's the opposite of a writer slump, but for reading? I'm in that right now, but it's lasted 2 years. So anyways, okay. And then she asked a couple other questions. She also said, how and when did you meet your husband? How did he propose? I have talked about this before, so I'm going to try and make it fast, but we met when we were 14. Our friends were dating. It was the summer before high school, and well, they were like, dating, like 14-year-olds can, kind of half dating. And we went to the movies together. They said that we would like each other, and so we met up at the movies, and we've been together ever since. And then he proposed on the beach in Maui. We were on a family vacation, and we went out to dinner on a date, and he had called the hostess ahead of time to say, like, hey, when we get there, I'm going to propose, can you tell her that our table's not ready so we can go down to the beach and watch the sunset? So that's what they did, and then he proposed on the beach. My family jumped out of the bushes, and it was very fun, and it was great night. Okay, I'm going to jump back into the day by day. I'll answer more questions in an upcoming Plan With Me. But okay, so first thing I marked on Monday was my sister flew home this day. This is when everything like really started getting crazy, I feel like, with the COVID-19 stuff, and she lives in New York. So, and she's also very like immunocompromised. She has an autoimmune disorder. She was like, if I'm going to get this, I got to get out of here and get home. So she flew home this day, and I was very pleased and happy about that. I marked it by cutting down a flag from the kit and then layering a airplane from Piper Paper Company over top of it. And then, again, this is when like our shelter in place kind of started, I think on this Monday, actually. I didn't mark it, but I think that it started on this Monday, and working from home for me started like permanently on this Monday. So I used a Panda Bird Design scallop, and I used scallops like for the whole week to market, and then I also used these TVs from Crafts by Thaowie to market also. To me, they look more like monitors, not so much like TVs. So I use monitors for work, so that's what I did there. And then I also marked having 3 meetings this day with a quarter box from the kit and a planning like a pro bow clip. I have a coupon code for her. All my coupon codes are listed down below. I marked doing a planner haul this day too with a sticker from the kit. And then I marked cooking with an icon from Crafts by Thaowie, a $2 Tuesday. I love the icons that were included in this kit, like the one for the planner haul. I love when kits include icons that are like really well doodled. They're multicolored. They have a lot of depth. Like this has a black palm and a gray bow, and there's black on it, and it's foiled, and then it also matches the kit. I love when shops include icons like that in kits. It makes me so happy to use them. Okay, and then on Tuesday you can also see she also included these really pretty like doily kind of looking half scallops. So I alternated the Panda Bird Design ones and the 2 from the kit every day with the Crafts by Thaowie monitor to mark working from home. And then I skipped over it, but up top I marked my meeting kind of the same way that I did on Monday, except for it was a My New Seduction foiled quarter box. I also marked painting my nails this day with a nail polish from the kit, and then I marked doing an expense report for work with some credit card deco from another $2 Tuesday. I don't know. There was like a lot of our $2 Tuesdays were included in a like add-on sheet that I bought for this kit. So I might be saying $2 Tuesday, but really it was included in the kit. I don't know. And then I also used some Simply Gilded foiled washi to take up some time at the end there. This is like, I was having some very chill days at this point because the like shelter in place, work from home had just started, and my sister was home, so I wasn't worried about her anymore. And at this point, like my company, I think on Monday night, like late Monday night, my company sent out a notification being like, our office is closed, everyone's working from home for at least like 3.5 weeks, whatever. So I was like kind of just starting to settle in, and I was still feeling like cozy and good at this point. The stir crazy hadn't set in at all. I don't know, none of that. So I had some very lazy days, especially in the middle of this week. Okay, so Wednesday I marked again working from home the same way I have been, and then I marked FaceTiming my family this day. I pretty much FaceTime my family every single day, or at the very least my sisters every single day since this has started, especially like like this week. I just didn't mark it every day, but I used those 2 FaceTime little phones are from Crafts by Thaowie also. If you don't know how to group FaceTime, I highly recommend it. It's a lot easier than like setting up Zoom calls all the time. If you have an iPhone and you are in a group chat, if you go to the top of the group chat and like click on info and press FaceTime, it'll FaceTime everybody in that group chat all together. So my sisters and I do that pretty much every day. and sometimes my parents too. But yeah, my sister was staying at my parents' house at this point. So, okay, I also marked meetings this day with a quarter box from the kit. I love her quarter boxes. And then a coffee cup from the kit. And then I just used some of the deco to take up some space here. I thought it turned out really pretty. I used a bloom paper studio heart and then some Harriet Wright Designs bows too. And then at the very bottom, I don't know why I felt the need to add a little divider from Rose Color Days, but I did. So yes, that was the first half of the week. Okay, moving on to Thursday. Thursday was the first day of spring, March 19th. So I used some deco from the kit. This really reminds me of my wedding bouquet, actually, some of this deco from the kit, because I had like pink and white flowers and the like eucalyptus, the sage green kind of eucalyptus. Yeah. So anyways, I layered a Hello Spring sticker from Artbox Stickers over top that, and then again a Rose Colored Days divider, and then a tasseled planner heart who's no longer open. And then this day I attempted to go to the grocery store at 9 a.m. I attempted to go to Trader Joe's. That's a Paper Muse Crafts sticker. But I failed because I had gone grocery shopping this past weekend, hadn't been able to find meat or milk or eggs or any of the basics, bread, any basic stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll go right at 9 a.m. or like 10 minutes after 9 a.m. So like the line will have gone away by then and I'll be able to get in. No, I drove to Trader Joe's near me and there was a line wrapped all the way out the door, through the parking lot, back into the street behind the Trader Joe's, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, no way. I am not doing that. And I drove home. And now it's funny to me because that's my normal. Like now I just go to Trader Joe's every week and I wait in line, and I actually feel a lot better doing that than some of the other grocery stores that you don't have to wait in line to get into. But at that point, it was still very, very crazy to me. Okay, I marked meetings and work from home same way as I had for the rest of the week. That laptop is from the kit. And then right now I am marking that some of my girlfriends and I did a FaceTime happy hour. So I marked it with my newest addiction foiled box, and the cocktail is from Planning World. I have a coupon code for her too. But yes, that was fun. We've done a few of them since. Just everybody drank wine and we all got on and caught up. I ate popcorn and all that too. So that was nice. Okay. Moving on to Friday. Again, marking working from home and my meetings the same way that I had. That bow is also from the kit. And then I marked let's see. Oh, I edited a plan with me. Again, I love the quarter boxes that she includes in the kit, the way that they're cut out. I don't know. I really enjoy it. And the like black line detail in the middle. I think it's so classy and beautiful. I marked editing with this laptop from, wow, I said that so choppy. It's from White Deer Stationery. The bow is from Harriet Wright Designs. And then Steven and I tried to brave Target and Safeway again this day. We were again super unsuccessful. Still couldn't find milk or bread or eggs at this point, and I was kind of starting to freak out. And people where I live were just not being like respectful of social distancing. It was just not a good experience. So I marked that with a paper blush bar. But I came home and I was like stressed out and about not being able to find food at all this week. So I took a shower, I did a face mask, I got wine, I got on the couch, I baked cookies and watched Succession with Steven. And I think at this point he was playing on his Nintendo Switch, and I was just like stressed out. So I called my mom. It was kind of late, and this is when I found out that that day my sister had been diagnosed with COVID-19. She had tested positive and found out today. So excuse me, I just got myself all riled up. Again, super stressful. That was my sister who is immunocompromised, and kind of the whole time going into this, I was just like, oh, I really hope my sister doesn't get this. It will not be good. But just so you know, and you're not worried, it is now, a month past this, and she's totally fine and everything's fine. But that night was not fun to kind of find it out. So I felt bad because I was FaceTiming my mom and my sister, and I was freaking out that my sister had it, and like they were calming me down. My mom was like sitting outside of my sister's room in her hallway because they were isolating, whatever. But Yeah, so, but anyways, it turned out all good and okay, and everything's fine, and she's fine now, so no worries there. Although it was not fun. Okay, so I just put down the weekend banner up top. I used some deco from the kit, and then the weekend banner is from Rose Color Days, one of her sampler sheets. And then on Saturday, I'm again marking that we did our family FaceTime call. Like I said, we did it most days. Pretty much every day. But I just marked, I don't know why I chose to mark it some days and not others. That FaceTime sticker is from, or the phone sticker is from Crafts by Thaowie. I also marked doing a voiceover this day. I'm layering it over a pink flag. That microphone sticker is from Harriet Wright Design. I do end up pulling up that flag and replacing it with a quarter box from the kit. And then I uploaded a Plan With Me this day as well. So I used a Rose and Tea Shop laptop and little coffee cup to mark that. And then I am taking a half box from the kit and layering a stethoscope from Paper Blush Bar over top of it to mark that. My sister did end up going to the ER this evening. Again, she's fine. Everything turned out fine, but she's having a hard time breathing and all of that, but it was, I think, probably just scarier to feel like she couldn't breathe than anything else. So she was only there for a couple hours, and everything was okay. But okay, so then moving on to Sunday. So at this point, since my sister had exposed my parents to it, I was running all of their errands for them. So I went to CVS in the morning because she needed some medicine and stuff like that. So I marked that with some stickers from the kit. And then I also went to Trader Joe's where my parents live, and I waited in line, and thank goodness that Trader Joe's is so well run. They were in stock of everything. They even had toilet paper that they were doing one per customer and handing out personally. I've been going to that Trader Joe's ever since because it was such a good experience compared to every grocery store I've gone to during this whole thing. Rice, eggs, milk, bread, quinoa, chicken, they had everything. So that was really great. I marked that with the Simply Watercolor Co. Little box. I have a coupon code for her too. And then I marked delivering it all to my parents' house. That house sticker, I think, is from Paper Blush Bar. That was good. I was kind of able to see them. I stood 20 feet away, literally went halfway to the door from the driveway, dropped off the groceries, backed up, had a face mask on, all the whole thing, but was just kind of chatting with my parents for a little bit, just 20 feet away. And then I also just used some Simply Gilded washi to kind of round out the end of the day. And then you can see here that I am, replacing that voiceover sticker. So that is the whole spread all filled out. I really like how it turned out. I feel like it is so soft and pretty and feminine, but also really full. And just, I really like the cool toned, spring, the green for March, but I don't know, just I feel like this kit was really good for this week. It was perfect. So if you want to pick up this kit, I think she probably still has it in her shop. I used Rachel of Gathered Plans code, so you could look for that too. But that is pretty much all for me. Leave a comment if you'd like. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like to. But other than that, I really hope that you are staying safe and well. And that's all. Thanks. Bye.